What up, chats? How's it going, Twitch? How's it going, YouTube? How y'all doing? I just realized I forgot to pull my smart counter up onto my phone so I can keep track of our grind. Let's move over here. As you can see, I did a little bit of mule deer grinding before stream for a video that I've been working on, essentially just documenting all good kills that we get along this grind, and then whenever we get the great one, that video will get released with all of the other good kills as well. So I've been working on that, so I did a little bit of grinding earlier, then I recorded another viewer post reaction video. So that'll probably go up tomorrow, since you guys loved the first one so much. And nothing. Okay. What's up, Call the Wild Gaming 97? How's it going? Ooh, sounds awesome, Duchess. What's up, Willie? Hey, Jackman. Hey, Aladdin. What's up? Big Rig! Thank you for the 32 months. Jets Gaming, thank you for the 5 months, dude. Appreciate it. What's up, Jenna? What's up, Johnny? Dude, all the moderators showing up. MJP Hunting with the 4 months. C-Docs with 25 months. Holy, all the memberships coming in. Boom, boom. No, I gotta hit him again. Hit him twice, I'll take it. So Nate, what you doing later? You doing any streaming tonight? You doing any of the streamy streams? What's up, Blue? How's it going? Oh, gotcha, Johnny, gotcha. You ever thinking about it? Well, if you do decide to stream, regardless of what you're playing, I'll hop in chat with you if you want to chat and stuff. Wild Tracker, thank you for the 15 months, dude. Appreciate it, man. Love the streams. Keep it up. You're my favorite streamer. Appreciate that, Jack, man. What's up, Cornbread? How you doing? Where's the blood? Where is the blood? There it is. Nice, High Riser. Love to see it, dude. Congrats. Is it possible to get a great one mule deer on Silver Ridge? Oh, yeah, you can get it on any map that have mule deer. Almost all my mule deer zones are only does and twos, and I have only 4 lakes to shoot, and at the end of my respawns aren't there yet. What should I do? So, is it possible you missed some? Because I know in many cases, people think that they've, like, you know, checked everything, that they've found every single deer, and that, you know, they're just so managed down that they don't have enough to shoot. It's almost impossible to get to a point where you don't have enough to shoot. I would imagine that most likely there's a few like solos that you may have missed that could be at other lakes. Also a possibility that maybe you missed an entire herd, or maybe some places that you haven't checked in a while got some stragglers. Because sometimes even if you manage down a herd, sometimes it can still occasionally get random bucks that just bounce there every once in a while. It happens quite often. Like there's 1 or 2 zones that I have to check just because 1 in 5 runs I get a deer there. And also, another thing that can help is if you're having trouble like going through your runs too quick and the respawn's not being there the next run, that typically just means that you're, you know, you're like hunting your zones too quickly, right? They don't have enough time to respawn. So what you can do is take away a couple of the claiming tents. That way you have to either ATV or walk to go claim them. That'll give them some time to respawn. I recommend doing that towards the end of a run, like having one of your last zones that you check be the zone that doesn't have a claiming tent. Our mule deer are being weird, man. They're off to a unfortunate start. Jeez, MJP, that's brutal, bro. Unfortunate, man. I don't think so, PRS. I don't believe I've seen it. Finally, the deer are here. Finally. Smoked him. By the way, we're at 768 kills on the mule deer grind. Ma'am! I'm sorry! Dang it, we're off to a terrible start. We shot a doe in the face. And we've had 2 zones just like not giving me their herds. They're just not showing up, so we had to reset. Yeah, hate to see it, bro. That dang doe just really wanted to be a part of the show, I guess. Yeah, I saw Nate. I check every single message that goes in there. Did I just... Okay, just in case I shot a doe. It might have been a tree, but just in case it was a doe, I'm backing out again. Dude, we are off to a rough start, bro. Just... Oh, what a start to the day. Whitetails seem good on a ski. Yeah, they don't seem too bad. I looked at Pro XCK's hotspot map a few weeks ago, and yeah, it looks pretty solid. They're in a very limited section of the map, which is really, really good. Oh my gosh, finally we killed a deer. Yeah, these dang does, man. I get it. They're tired of not being like part of the show. Tired of being ignored. They want to be a part of the streams. I actually do think I may have killed a doe. I only see 2 does there. I'm pretty sure there was 3. Actually, maybe there wasn't. Maybe I'm tripping on that. Maybe there was only 2 does. Feel like there was 3 though. We may have killed one, which would be tragic if we did. Nice, country kid. Love to see it, man. Is the ace rack still a thing? What do you mean ace rack? I've never heard of that in my life. You like your super rare mellow red deer better than your max weight super rare albino red deer? To be honest, I have no clue. It's hard to pick. I would say yes, because it's a dream that I've had for so long to get it. Given it wasn't the rack that I wanted, like getting a melanistic big rack is like the ultimate dream. But I mean, it's the closest I've got to my dream trophy. And I mean, it literally is my dream trophy. It's still a diamond mellow regardless of what rack it's got. Holy. Got 4 here. $4. Jeez. Maybe, Duchess. I mean, I don't really have too many reasons to go back to red deer now after getting that diamond mellow. Like, the diamond mellow was about the only reason I was still going for red deer. I hit him. We smoked all 4, man. Yeah, I don't know which rack you're talking about, Eli. No clue, man. Yeah, exactly. I already got what I wanted from the red deer. I don't know what else to go for, man. Like, the only purpose of going back to red deer would be to try and get a 280 plus great one red deer, which is insanely rare. Or to try and get like a better diamond mellow, like a big rack diamond mellow. But I just don't know if I want to. Like, I think I'd rather set up a different grind on there since we already accomplished everything we ever could have dreamed of for red deer. We've got every super rare. We've got every rack for the great one. I don't really have anything else to go for them. So I think we'll probably tear all the setup down and put everything up for either fallow or maybe try tar. To be honest, I already have a good tar grind, so I don't know if I'm going to do that, but we'll see. I feel like the smart thing would be to set up for fallow because I already have a tar grind. So I don't know why I'd set up 2 tar grinds and not have anything set up for fallow, you know? It's not like I'm going to go for fallow on Emerald or Hirschfeld. Yeah, Metal Man. Sounds about right. What's up, Border? How you doing? Hey, Kyle. How ya been? European rabbit on Tiawaroa. If they had a great one. We'll see, MJP. We'll see how it goes. Maybe at some point we will. That's a 5. He's not exactly an impressive 5, but a 5's a 5. A 5's a 5, and that's a 5. Did we hit the third one? We did. It was not good, though. You guys didn't see the misses. No. You guys didn't see me miss at all. That's not on Tiawaroa, Billy. We're talking about Tiawaroa grinds. We're not talking about other grinds. Unless you know about some secret fox populations on Tiawaroa. Boom, 305. It's a troll. Of course it is. There will never be another New England grind, Travis, unless they do some major changes to the distribution of animals. The map is just not set up for grinding. They got to make some major changes to New England to make it good for grinding. Oh, guys. You remember how I talked about the fact that the King of the Hill reboot was going to be releasing this month? Well, released 6 days ago. They released the full season 14. And it was essentially, you know, they just aged up the characters to, I guess, accommodate the gap in between seasons. And oh my gosh, it didn't disappoint. It was so good. It was just like the old King of the Hill, with obviously like updated scenarios and stuff based on like today's world, but Hank Hill's still the same, man. He still has his same like everything. Everything seems pretty much the same with the series. I love to see it. It's so good, man. Like it's basically just like the old King of the Hill, except all the characters are older. For once, a reboot was done right. Like, my gosh, man. I was so scared they were going to, like, absolutely butcher one of my favorite TV series of all time. But no, they did it good, man. King of the Hill Season 14 is actually incredible. Like, oh my gosh. Like, they covered a lot of the, like, modern, like, I guess, political talking points, but they still didn't change the original show. They approached everything in the way that Hank Hill would, which made it pretty hilarious. Seeing Hank like return to the United States and seeing how much it's changed since like he was there before, since like the last season. It's actually freaking hilarious seeing him like try to adjust to everything. Oh man. I really hope they have a ton more seasons after this. I mean, since Hulu bought it and it's been such a success so far for season 14, I could imagine they're going to continue making seasons for it. I really hope, man, because it was really funny. I feel like it might have even been funnier than like some of the previous seasons. They definitely got a little more like risky with some of the scenes in the series, and also like the language. They're cursing a little bit more than they used to. And making more like dirty jokes than they used to, which is probably why it was a little bit funnier than it used to be. In 40 seconds, Albino Coyote? We'll see, dude. Maybe. You're saying a diamond with the gray fur type in 40 seconds? Okay, okay. I guess we'll see. What up, Ender? Next season's supposed to come out next year. Yeah, it seems about right. That's usually how they do it. Like, TV shows usually do like one new season a year. So they don't like, you know, just, what's the word? Run their course too quickly, you know, like burn through all of the entertainment value in just a short amount of time. Like, companies usually space it out. I think the thing that's going to suck, though, is that's great for TV shows like Family Guy that, you know, air weekly with new episodes. So, like, it's extended over multiple months for watching a brand new season. But what Hulu did with King of the Hill season 14 is they released all 10 episodes at once. I kind of wish they would have released one every week so that this like new season could be enjoyed over the course of a couple months. But if they're going to give me all 10 episodes, I'm going to binge watch all of them. You know it. What do we got down here? Now, that was a pretty normal joke, Travis. That is like mine and Flinter's type of sense of humor, man. CJ, thank you so much for the super chat. When I'm setting up whitetail grinding and I find a zone of 3 with 2 shooters, can I make it to my main zone? Okay, if you find a zone that's just 3 deer, you wouldn't be able to shoot 2 of them because then it would just leave 1. And if there's only 1 remaining, you're not able to get respawns there. Now, if you're talking about 3 bucks and 2 of them are shooters, then yeah, that'd be great. I don't think I've seen that one, Jenna. I don't believe I've seen that. I think I've heard of it, but I've never seen it. What happened to CJO? No clue, man. I think he's just been doing like IRL family stuff, man. He's kind of been leaning more towards that the last like 6 months. For a while, he was kind of like debating on what he wanted to do. And you guys probably noticed like a few months ago, CJO took like a month off or something. And then he came back and was streaming for like a few weeks. And now he's been gone for another couple months. I think he's just doing like IRL stuff, man. Because YouTube's not his full-time job like it is for like myself. So he doesn't have to come back if he doesn't want to, right? He's got another job. He's got a full-time job that he works. YouTube was kind of just like a free-time hobby type thing for CJO. And so I think now instead of doing like his full-time job plus grinding YouTube like it's a full-time job, he's just spending that time with family. I do miss CJO, man. We always had so much fun. I hope he decides to hop on and play some games sometime soon. All right, nothing there. What's up, Hunting Core? We're at 780. Oh, that sounds normal to me, Ender. Ah, Johnny, see, that's probably what happened. You're right. You're right. That's probably it. What Great One species should I choose for my first Great One grind ever? I've got tents only on Medved and Emerald. Okay, so if you want a grind on those 2 maps, unfortunately, those 2 maps are a couple of the harder ones to get, like, easy grinds. Like, Medved, you've got Moose, which is a harder grind to get into. I typically don't recommend doing Moose if you're just starting on grinding, because they're really tough to like find all their zones, manage them down, etc. if you're herd managing. If you're not, you know, it's still difficult to find every zone and figure them out. When it comes to Emerald Coast, red deer are not terrible and fallow aren't terrible on there, but they're also not great. Like, it's gonna be tougher than a lot of grinds on like Tiabroa or Ski Ridge or even Leighton Lakes, to be honest. But it's doable. I do have a Great One Red Deer guide on the channel for Emerald Coast, so I would recommend checking that out. Go to the YouTube channel and type in Scarecrow Emerald Coast Red Deer guide, and it should bring it up. I haven't had a buck here in a while, dude. Not when I can shoot, at least. Nothing to shoot here the last, like, 5 runs I've been here. Yeah, I saw it, Ender. I took a look earlier. I'm missing the Petal Puff too, dude. I don't understand why it's so rare. I feel like Petal Puff might be the toughest fur to get because I don't see people posting it as often as other furs. And I haven't seen a single one. You haven't seen a single one. Pretty much every species has fur types that are slightly tougher to get than others. And racks, of course. Like the typical rack whitetail is almost impossible to get. The quad paddle moose seems to be the toughest to get out of all the moose racks. The toughest to get moose fur. From what I can tell, it kind of seems like birch doesn't show up as much as some of the others. What do you guys think? I feel like the birch moose doesn't show up as often as some of the other furs. And then like with fallow deer, we see that the typical rack seems to be like one of the toughest things to get for them. Seems like every great one's got that thing that just doesn't show up as often as the others. Second great one was classic rack Petal Puff. Nice. That's a fantastic, fantastic combo. For those of you guys that didn't hear it when I talked about it earlier in the stream, tomorrow I'm going to likely upload episode 2 of reacting to your posts on my community tab. For those that aren't aware, there is a viewer posts feature where not everybody has it yet. YouTube's kind of like slowly rolling it out to everyone. But some people get the option to post on other creators' channels. It doesn't go in as like one of my posts. It's not going to go with my post, but it goes in as like a separate thing where like if you go to my my community tab, you can also see other people's posts as well sometimes. I think it'll say like posted via Scarecrow's community or something like that. But it's a feature that some people have access to now on YouTube. I think it might only be on mobile. I personally don't have access to viewing them on mobile myself. I have the ability to turn it on for my channel though. So you guys have been making tons of posts and I've been doing like reactions to some of them, like looking at your guys' trophies, whether it's IRL or Call of the Wild trophies. And episode 2 is coming out tomorrow. There was some really cool stuff we took a look at, including some really crazy IRL deer that were shot by viewers. A couple of them were pretty sick looking. Hey man, what's up, dude? How you doing? That sounds about right, Johnny. That sounds about right. How hard is it to get a super rare turkey? Very tough. Very, very tough. I have not seen hardly any, I don't think. I think I've only seen a couple posted. I mean, any super rare is difficult. Herd management can make it a little bit easier, but even when you herd manage, it's still harder than getting a great one, you know? I would estimate that if you're going for a super rare... Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Border with the 25 gifted tier 1 subs on Twitch. Let's go. Woo! Oh my gosh, brother. No way. Thank you so much. That's freaking crazy. W's in the chat for Border, dude. Oh my gosh. Absolute freaking legend. Holy. Congrats to everybody that got the gifteds there. Oh my gosh. Whoever posts them, for big guys, like whoever posts stuff on the tab, I just scroll through it and see what looks interesting. The thing is, the feature's not available to everybody on YouTube yet, and it can only be done from your phone, like through the YouTube app. So it's kind of limited on who's able to post at the moment, but if you have the option to, go ahead, and there's a chance you'll get your post reacted to. I don't believe so, Johnny. I don't believe so. Hey, Pickle Johnny. What's up, King Crab? How's it going? Also, guys, we got to talk about the NFL preseason a little bit. I've been watching a bunch of the different games. There's been a few like teams that have really had some like standout rookies and stuff. Of course, my Patriots dominated the Commanders. It's good to see them win a game after last year. I know it's just preseason, but it was really cool to see what some of the new rookies have to offer. Especially like some of the undrafted free agents. I was really impressed with Efton Chisholm III, the new like undrafted free agent Patriots wide receiver. He made some really good plays, and I mean, that dude plays hard. He reminds me of Edelman a little bit. Like, he could potentially become like Edelman. I think he has real potential to be like an Edelman type of receiver, which would be so nice. We've needed that. And Travion Henderson was the other like big standout to me. Like, he was pretty good. He only had one carry, and it was for 18 yards. And he got a kick return touchdown to open the game. Travion, I got good feelings about him, man. Yeah, the 70-yard field goal from Little on the Jaguars, that was insane. That was crazy. Also, Shadur Sanders looked very solid. He was making very accurate passes. Honestly, I feel like part of it is also like because of how much he fell in the draft and that he's currently listed as the 4th string quarterback on the depth chart. I feel like he had something to prove, you know, like he's really like trying to work hard to get the starting job. And yes, I did see what happened with the Lions and Falcons. Really unfortunate, man. Really unfortunate. Today I was watching the Chargers and the Saints. I only watched the first half before I started like getting some recording and stuff done. But I gotta say, that Chargers defense was making it really tough on Spencer Rattler. Rattler was literally getting rattled. Like, he was getting hit so much. I mean, what do we expect? It's Rattler. I don't really expect anything great out of him. I'd rather they just put Tyler Shuck in. But man, I'm just so happy that my Patriots have some really promising backups. You know, like they've got very promising rookies, some really promising backup players. I think it's going to be a solid season for the Patriots. I'm predicting 8 or 9 wins. Because it seems like they've got a really good like depth of players. Drake May, unfortunately, didn't look super great. Neither did Dobbs. Dobbs looked awful, man. Aside from that rushing touchdown, Dobbs couldn't make an accurate pass to save his life. Wooldridge was good, though. Wooldridge actually did pretty good. I was very impressed with how good of passes he was making. Did not expect the third stringer to outdo Dobbs. And not gonna lie, kind of outdid May as well. Given May only had 2 drives, so not really too much you can get going in 2 drives, but still. Wooldridge didn't do too bad at all. Gardner Minshew, oh yeah. Wait, did the Chiefs lose that game? I think they did, right? I think the Cardinals won, right? I watched the highlights, but I can't remember. Border! Thank you for all the gifteds again. Appreciate it, dude. Thank you for the 10 tier 1 gifteds. Holy. Holy. Holy, dude. Insane. No, Nate, I was finishing up what I was saying. I was finishing up what I was saying before I acknowledged it. Jivers with 21 months. What's up, Jives? I'm telling you, I don't know which one you're talking about, Eli. Are you talking about the one I just killed? I've never heard it called that before. Just Oracly, thank you for the tier 1 sub, dude. Appreciate it. 19 months in a row. Holy Oracly. And Border, thank you for another 2 gifteds. Let's go, man. Y'all are going crazy today. Border with another tier 1 gifted. Holy, dude. You've gifted a total of 200 in the channel. Oh my gosh. And that's just over the last month, if I'm not mistaken. My gosh, Border. Absolute freaking legend. Jeez. Thank you so much, dude. Oh, that's a 3. Hey, little buddy. Hey, little guy. Are you lost? You don't belong in this zone. Get smoked. They did lose to the Cardinals? I thought so. I remember I was in call with Brobra during the first quarter of that, and he was talking about how great the Chiefs were doing. Given it's just preseason, but I still like making fun of Brobra whenever his team loses. Cardinals have always been a team that I liked, so it was nice to see them do something, even if it is just in the preseason. To be honest, Kyle, I don't even know if you're allowed to use anything from Call of the Wild in your emotes. A long time ago, I asked like one of the community managers that doesn't work as a community manager anymore, if I could use like the diamond logo and stuff as emotes, and they were like, no, that would be copyright because you're putting it like behind a paywall and stuff, right? It's like something that people have to, you know, subscribe to your channel to get. So be careful with making emotes out of game assets, because technically that would be copyright infringement if I'm not mistaken, as far as I understand. I would be careful, just saying. Also, be careful with that, Nate. Be careful. You might want to tone it down a little bit. Oh, fleeing. Ew, what are you? Disgusting. I've always despised that rack. I don't know why. It's my least favorite muley rack. It's just so ugly. How do you delete messages on Twitch? I can't find out how to do it. I think I have to go to the actual stream and not my, like, pop-out chat. I don't use Twitch enough, man. How does Twitch work? Do I have to go into moderator mode? Is that it? Do I have to go into moderator mode? I think I do. How does this even work? Bruh. Okay, either way, just chill a little bit, Nate. Apparently, I can't delete messages on Twitch, even though it's my channel. Or maybe I just don't know how. You have to click on the name. It doesn't give me the option, though. I clicked on the name. Twitch tweaking. Twitch is tweaking, man. Is typical mocha fallow rare? Yeah, that would be pretty tough to get. I'd say that is one of the harder combos to get, for sure. Oh, you have to time them out? You can't delete individual messages on Twitch? I thought you could. Well, that's something that YouTube does better. There we go. Yeah, Nate, that's what I was talking about. Just get a little too loose with the messaging towards the beginning. Why are the best furs the rarest? I don't know, man. It's why they're the best, you know? That's the way games work like this. You gotta make the coolest ones really rare. Yes, Jim. I've been doing content creation full time for about 5 years at this point. Oh. I think you could pretty easily figure it out, Nate. I know, GT Hunts, you didn't miss anything crazy. You have a spoon golden also. I feel like that's one of the more common ones. I see the spoon rack every day that I look at like great ones in the Discord. Like so many spoon racks. So many spoon racks. So many golden furs. I get a bazillion spoon racks anytime I'm grinding fallow. It's like, oh my gosh, chill out with the spoon racks. And to think I used to like that one a lot. And then it was like every single great one that we saw and it was like, okay. There, just check DMs, Nate. What is the biggest deer you've got in IRL? A 0.00 inch rack. It was beautiful. I didn't hunt that much. I hunted like a few years and I got into it at a pretty rough time where nobody was really taking home deer. Had a couple opportunities to shoot deer, but just never could get a safe shot that I didn't think was a bit too risky. I got lined up on a couple of bucks and sometimes it's just better to not pull the trigger than take a risky shot that could end up in a gut shot, you know? So sadly, I never got to actually shoot a deer. Got real close a couple times though. In the middle of a mule deer grind. Nice, EDC. Love to see it, dude. Hope you have some good luck with it. I'm doing good, Jack. I'm doing good. Spoon's only good if it's wide or tight. I mean, any great one rack can look good if it's like abnormally high or low scoring, you know? I mean, some of the coolest great ones are the super abnormally strange looking ones, you know? Whether it's super wide, super tight, super wonky, like all those look so sick. I still look back to the buck that Johnny got, where it was the short rack. but it was like super pointed downwards. That is like one of the coolest deer I've ever seen. And man, it gets me excited every time I get a wonky deer. And every time a great one spawns, I'm just hoping that I get something crazy like he did, you know? Because man, you can get some ridiculous looking deer. Nate, what are you doing over here? Did you lose a bet or something? I guess he did, Jivers. Yes, he did. He must have. He must have. My gosh, dude. For those that listen to music, holy crap, NBA Youngboy just be releasing music like it's nothing, like it's going out of style. He just released an album like 3 weeks ago or something, 2-3 weeks ago, and he's already announcing an EP on Tuesday. My gosh. That's a lot of music. And the album was like 30 songs or something too. He gets pardoned and suddenly he's like he's just grinding out the music. Okay, we got 3 buckaroos here. Also, guys, I do not know how long this stream is going to be. It's like 100 degrees here, and the AC is not really doing as good of a job as I would like it to. So if I end the stream early, that's going to be the reason why. It is just cooking here. And not cooking in the good way either. Cooking in the, oh my gosh, it's miserable way. Bro lives in a volcano. Technically, Oregon does live pretty close to volcanoes. Like, I think there is a volcano in Oregon, right? Because there was Crater Lake, which I believe was created by a volcano, if I'm not mistaken. And I think we do have, like, what is it? Is Mount St. Helens Oregon, or is that Washington? Either way, we do live close to volcanoes. So, like, if a volcano ever did erupt, like, become active again, it'd be a bad thing. Be a bad thing. It was 105 yesterday for you, 88. That's brutal. That's brutal. You think it's in Washington? Oh, it is Washington? Okay. Well, either way, it's still close enough to Oregon where if Mount St. Helens ever did like become active again, right? We'd get absolutely covered in ash, which would not be fun. 3 buckaroos down here. Yeah, true. Yellowstone's volcano would actually be pretty tragic. Ooh, face plant. Oh, yeah, Kyle. You know what's crazy is, like, even though Canada doesn't typically hit the same type of temps that a lot of parts of the U.S. do, y'all still get a crazy amount of fires. It's actually insane. It's actually kind of crazy. Yo, what's up, Dre Talk? Mount Hood is in Oregon. Okay, that's the one I was thinking of that's in Oregon. Last erupted about 2,000 years ago. I watched a video recently kind of talking about the crazy fault line that's on the West Coast. And that if it ever did, like, if we ever did get a crazy earthquake from it, that it could reactivate some of the volcanoes. I think that's what it said, at least. Don't quote me, but I think the video talked about how it could potentially do stuff like activate those volcanoes, some of the volcanoes on the West Coast again. It could cause like month-plus power outages and destroy like a lot of parts of the West Coast. That would be ridiculous. And apparently we're like well overdue for like a crazy earthquake on the West Coast. And I mean, I've only felt like a very mild earthquake in my entire life of living here in Oregon. So it's kind of scary to think about the fact that one day we could just have like a complete West Coast ending earthquake. Pretty insane. Yeah, that would be insane, Ender. Like, my gosh. We can just hope that it doesn't happen while I'm alive. If the West Coast is gonna get an earthquake, wait till I'm dead, okay? Oh, it is, Jivers. It's rough, man. It's really rough. But anyway, how you doing, Dre Talk? How you doing? Okay, we got 3 to shoot. We love to see it. Triple smoked. Ooh, quadruple smoked. We're at 811 kills now. Well, yes, High Riser. If I ever died to a volcano or an earthquake, that would mean no more Scarecrow streams. I suppose it would. But don't worry, one of the great things about YouTube is, as long as this platform's still up, even like 50, 60, 70 years down the road, if YouTube is still a thing, you'd still be able to come watch these videos. That's the amazing thing about the internet. Probra gets the channel. No. Nah. Oh. Did I claim everything? I think I did. How many kills am I at? 811. Okay, things feel more normal now. Both Nate and Caitlin are back in YouTube chat instead of Twitch chat. That feels more normal. Nate was in there, and then Caitlin popped in there briefly, and then Jivers popped in there briefly. Now we're at a more like normal distribution of people across the 2 platforms. But I appreciate everybody, whether you're on YouTube or Twitch. Ooh, that's a deer. Yep, that's a deer. Obvious things with Scarecrow. That's a deer. Yeah, we're looking at a deer. I just shot it with a gun that has a bullet made of lead. Oh, and did I mention it's a deer? No, I wasn't talking about that, Nate. I was talking about just, it's weird seeing your name on Twitch. It's weird seeing your name in the Twitch chat instead of the YouTube chat. Crap, Liam, you're right. I forgot to mention, it's also a deer. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of deer. Hey, little deer. Oh, sorry, buddy. Better luck next time. Have a good evening. Nice, IDK. If you can't see it, then it's probably not available to you, Cold Mender. It's not available to everybody. The viewer posts are like slowly being rolled out by YouTube. They've kind of just like rolled it out to like small increments of people across the platform every like week or 2. I just recently got access to it, and the first like sighting of it was like 2 months ago or 3 months ago. Like, it's been getting rolled out for a while. They're just slowly giving it to everybody. And I assume that's to just make sure that it's a smooth rollout and it doesn't cause issues. So essentially, if you can't see it on my channel, then you probably don't have access to it yet. Oh no, I like fishing. That's rough, dude. Sorry to hear that, man. Sprains are never fun. I've never actually had like a full-on sprain. I think the worst I've had, like the closest thing to a sprain I probably had was, there was one time where I took a football like straight to the tip of my finger and it just like jammed my finger down. And like I couldn't move my finger for a few weeks. It didn't break it or sprain it or anything. It just like jammed it into the point where it was all like swollen and bruised and just, it was brutal. But I imagine a sprain is probably similar. So yeah, I can imagine that's not fun. Yes, Liam. Oh man. Yeah, it was like me. I think this was when I was like 14. I think I was like 14 years old. Me and my brother were playing football in the front yard, and yeah, I just went to catch it, and I just didn't catch it right. Yeah, R.I.P. my finger. Not Short Ninja, thank you for the super chat, dude. Checked all exterior lakes and all lakes on the left half of the map. Still only have 4 lakes to hunt on my mule deer grind. What should I do? Okay, so how many bucks do you shoot between those 4 lakes? Because that's more important than, like, how many lakes you're hunting. Well, that's a 5. Like, for example, are you shooting, like, 15 bucks between those 4 lakes? Like, do you have 15 shootable deer between those lakes? Because if that's the case, then that's pretty normal. When you're, like, fully herd managed. Would you guys still love Scarecrow if he was a mule deer? I never thought I'd ever see that question get asked, ever. I mean, Blue's out here asking the real questions. Would y'all still watch the channel if I was the mule deer? Was there 2 there? I think there was 2 to shoot. Dang it! I'll let him get away. Oh well. Oh well, man. Nice, Eclipse Rising. Congrats on the diamonds. Hope you get that great one soon. How many great ones do I have? I have 118. Boom. And boom. Yo, what's up, Parker? How's it going? At around 70, at around 170 now. Still no super rare. Holy. Yeah, that's right. Weren't you going crazy for the super rare? Trying to get that super rare muley, and now you got like great ones to grind for as well. Also, how have you been? We've been missing you. It's been a while since I've seen you in chat. It's good to see you, Parker. Hope you've been doing well. Hey, it happens, 3344921172. It happens, man. Like, great ones are not meant to be easy. You know, you're going to get diamonds before great ones in almost every occasion. It is, Nate, it is. Smoked. Absolutely took a nosedive. We love to see it. Oh, gotcha, Parker. Gotcha. That makes sense. It's good to see you, though. Not Short Ninja, only got about 6 to 10 deer to kill. I don't know, man. Is it possible that maybe the ones that you were leaving for your herd management were like too high of scoring? Like, for example, when I was managing my map, I only left the like low weight estimate level 2s, like the 105 to 140 kg estimates. And then if it was 140 to 175, I would kill it. Until the very end, I really only have kept like the low weight estimates. I think I've got like 5 to 10 higher weight estimate 2s, but those were like towards the end and they're all solos. Like I tried to make it so the majority of them were the low weight estimate. Because obviously like the smaller each of the deer you're leaving is, the quicker you'll stop getting 2s showing up and the quicker you'll be managed. Like for example, if you only left level 1s and you got like 50 level 1s on your map, you could probably have like 40 deer to shoot. Instead of only having like 15 to 20 or 10, you know? So it's possible that maybe some of the ones that you were stacking were just a little bit too big. Was there potentially some solos that you decided to leave as like a 3 or a 4 or something because you didn't want to manage them? Because I left a couple like that. I know a lot of people that leave some level 4s as solos. What's up, Patrick? How's it going? And Cameron, thank you for the membership, dude. Appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I hit it? Okay, nice. We got him. Beautiful. Also, Parker, if you're still listening, I gotta know. What map did you choose for mule deer? Since mule deer were your favorite to grind for and you were grinding like crazy on, I think it was Parque Fernando before, what did you choose with the release of the Great One? Did you choose a ski ridge or did you go back to Parque? Ah, you are on a ski. Okay, awesome. You made a good choice. Ski is wonderful. No, I read it off, Delta Tom. Only if you want to give it, Kyle. Don't ever feel like you have to give donations of any kind, you know? If you want to, then amazing. Much appreciated. But if you don't want to, you don't have to. Just being here is all I ask, you know? Just hanging out with the chat. What I enjoy. It's what makes the streams fun. Yo, what's up, Jebba? How you doing, good sir? Oh, you did a heart rack pedal puff? Holy. Beautiful. Love the pedal puff. Kyle, thank you for the 100 bits. It turns out I can't do 55. It has to be 100. So I'll make this as an exception. Thank you, dude. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yo, what's up, Lord Fallow? How's it going? Seems like you've had an eventful day. Driving 5 hours. Holy. No, I haven't, Eclipse. I have no clue what that is. Also, guys, I had another level 2 spawn in this herd right here, so I decided to make the decision to leave it, and I ended up shooting one of the 4x4 level 2s from this zone, so now both of the deer that respawn at this lake are in the same herd, which makes it so much easier to shoot both of them. CNR. I'm gonna just tell you now, man, stop acting so entitled. I'm not ignoring you. I haven't seen any of your messages. Do you see how many people are talking in chat? And you see how long it takes me to read off one message and respond to it and also hunt at the same time? I barely get to even read a quarter of the messages that come through. And I get to respond to even less because by the time I finish responding to a couple of them, the other like 10 that were on screen when I started are already off screen. It's nothing personal, man. I'm obviously not ignoring you. There's 437 people watching the YouTube stream. It's just impossible for me to respond to everybody. Just relax a little bit. Ooh, we got a couple big boys here. I hit him. I hit him again. I hit him again. Die already. Oh, 3 down. It's triple smoked them. Bought my first great one whitetail in Leighton Lakes. It was a big rack. Let's go, Samurai. Love to see it. I never get tired of seeing whitetail. Whitetail great ones are beautiful. Thank you, Hoff. Appreciate that. Oh, and I also have 2 chats up at the moment, so that also makes it tough to read everything. I got YouTube and Twitch chat as I'm doing multi-streaming. I try my best to read as many as I can while still playing the game, though. Honestly, don't see all the craze about whitetail. It's the craziness that their true racks give, man. Like, there's 6 different racks for them, but they can get twisted and bent in so many ways. And you've got that chase for the fabled piebald fur type that is like a 1 in 3 million chance approximately to get. So it's virtually impossible, and it keeps people grinding for whitetail. Then you've got the typical rack, which seems to be a ridiculously rare rack to get on a great one whitetail. Like, there's a lot of reasons to be hyped up about the whitetail great one. And there's a reason that so many people enjoy grinding them still. Might just not be your, like, cup of tea personally, but there's a reason there's a lot of people that love them. I don't get it, Blue. I don't think I get it, at least. Maybe it's one of those ones that I'd get if I thought about it more, but I don't think I get the joke there. Yeah, for real, Soul Crusher. I wish that we would be able to see, like, what the actual chances are. But EW keeps that stuff pretty secret. They don't really tell us, like, the actual odds of getting stuff. Pretty much any numbers that we use are all based off of just what we've seen. It's going good, Guma. Oh, you did, CNR. Unfortunate, man. Hey, sometimes the game just tricks you. You end up misseeing something. There was a couple times over on Quattro Colinas back in the day, during the, like, early days of the channel, where I swore to God a couple times that a rock I was looking at was an albino wolf. But it was just a really bright rock. What's up, K-Mac? How you doing? We need more whitetail and red deer furs for me to get back into them. Only got a couple more great one whitetail from that deer event. Jeez. Nice, dude. Yeah, they definitely need to add some more to, in particular, the red deer. I'm going to be honest. I don't even know if they need to add much to the whitetail. Personally, I kind of like that the whitetail is common furs, but it has a lot of racks, and it's got the ultra rare fabled piebald. If they're ever going to revamp whitetail, I don't think I'd want them to make it, like, guaranteed to get a fabled fur. I think if they ever did a revamp to whitetail great one, what I would want them to do is just add 2 more ultra rare fur types, but make, like, each of them a different probability of getting it. Like, make one of them like a 1 in 10 chance of getting it. Like, 1 in 10 great one whitetail will have that fur. And then make it so, like, another fur is like a 1 in 50 chance of getting it on a great one whitetail. And then, of course, have another one be the equivalent to the fabled piebald. Personally, I think the fabled piebald should be like a 1 in 10 chance to get it. And then they could do like a fabled leucistic as like a 1 in 50. And then like fabled melanistic and fabled albino would be like the crazy rare ones, like a 1 in 200 chance of a great one whitetail having that fur. Dude, I would hunt so many whitetail if they did that. And that would be a pretty simple thing to add. They would just have to take, like, existing furs in the game and tweak them a little bit. Except leucistic, because we don't have leucistic currently. But we do have albino. You could just tweak that a little bit and it would look leucistic. I'd really like to see the whitetail great one get something like that. I think that would make them really unique and it would give you a reason to go for them. If I could make my own map, what would it be? A Texas game ranch with a ton of exotic species like the Pierre David's deer, the Watusi cattle, the white stag, and a million other different things. There's honestly so many options with a Texas game ranch. You could put a lot of crazy animals on there. So that would be what I would do. Tony, thank you for the super chat, dude. Do you have any videos explaining how to set up for grinds? Yes, I do. If one of the moderators could put the playlists in chat, there's the guides playlist as well as the HM guides playlist. I see Jiver's already dropped the guides playlist link. There's also the HM guides one. Yeah, there we go. Jiver's put the command in. So that's going to give you both of the playlists that have all of my guide content. Most of the guides are based on grinding. So that should tell you pretty much everything you need to know to like start up some grinds. Now, keep in mind, check the date of the video because sometimes like some of the older guides that I've made may not be 100% accurate anymore. Because over time, they've changed different things in the games with certain species. So some of my older guides might not be accurate anymore. But all of the like ones from the last year or two should be pretty accurate. 5 medium up to 242. Troll up to 242? That's crazy. Rip, dude. Rip. That's a wild estimate. Do it, Blue. Do it. That'd be sick. Do you think fabled albino might still be possible? No, I don't think it's possible. In my personal opinion, I think the albino great one whitetail that was killed, I think it was probably a bug. I don't think it was cheated. I don't think it was. But it's never happened since. And it's not listed as a possible fur type in the official Discord. The official The Hunter Discord only lists fabled piebald as a fur that you can get. So a lot of people do believe that that albino was a bug because during the time that it happened, it was a very broken time for the game. It was right after the Rancho del Arroyo update. And as a lot of people that have played the game for a while know, that was one of the most buggy, broken updates we have ever seen in Call of the Wild. To the point where, like, any whitetail coyotes, or I think there was one other species too, but any of those you shot between the Rancho update and the hotfix, anything you shot during that time changed furs in the lodge when that hotfix hit. And the hotfix was released because there was some trophies inside the lodge that were showing the wrong furs. So, yeah, you can kind of imagine that there's a good chance that it's possible that the albino great one whitetail might have been a bug and wasn't actually something that was intended to happen. Then where albino great one red deer come from? There is no such thing as an albino great one red deer. It doesn't exist. The only fur you can get for red deer for the great one is the, what's it called? Fabled spotted or whatever. Tony, thank you for the super chat again, dude. Thank you. No problem, man. Always happy to help. I saw a video of one. If you saw a video of an albino great one, it's probably a mod. Because that is not possible. The only great one that can have an ultra rare is the whitetail. We used to think it was possible for the tar, but apparently there was a section where Jaxie Beard corrected himself and said that wasn't actually a thing. So yeah, the whitetail's the only great one that can get an ultra rare. Wait, what did I miss, Nate? Did I miss something in chat? Wait. What did I miss? Did I miss something, Jivers? Did I miss something, bro? I must have missed something in chat. Oh my gosh. Yeah, fallow deer's a cool, great one. I do like the fallow deer. But I feel like at this point, I've got the majority of what I want from fallow. Or I've got not necessarily what I want, but I've got the majority of combos. Except the ones I want. Like, I don't have many mocha fur types. And that's what I really want, but I keep getting, like, the other fur types with racks that I'm not really a big fan of. So I haven't really grinded a lot of fallow because I just continuously get combinations that I'm not after. And it's like, when there's species that I still need to, like, collect all the variations of, like mule deer, I have a hard time going back to fallow. At least, like, super often. Every once in a while, we do a little fallow hunting whenever you guys vote for it, though. Not gonna lie, I have no idea, Nate. Also, chat, what do you think? We put the chat box back on screen. I think we should. The only reason we took it off is because it was kind of breaking when we had 2,300 viewers from the Great One Mule Deer update, like during our first like 5 days of the grind. But obviously, like the hype from a Ski Ridge and the Mule Deer has died down a little bit, so we've got less people watching now. But I think it's time that we put the chat back up on screen, because that was always fun having the chat on screen. I always enjoyed having it there. Also, my Streamlabs thing. Okay, it's working. Never mind. It was broken for a second, but now it's working. There we go. We got the chat on screen again. That way, those of you that are on Twitch can see the chat without going to YouTube. Those of you that are on YouTube can see the Twitch chat. You'll be able to tell what chat it comes from by looking at the icon next to the message. If it has like the YouTube logo, it's YouTube. If it has the Twitch logo, it's Twitch. What kind of PC do I have? It's a custom built that I then upgraded, so it's not really any particular type of PC. I think I've got the command for it on Twitch, so let me put that in. Yeah, there's the specs for it. If you want to take a look at the specs, that'll give you an idea of what I've got going for it. Wow, Jive. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, bro. Nothing. Nothing. We got this guy here. That's it. That guy there. Dude, I still don't know what you're talking about, Nate and Jivers. What the heck is who the heck is Screw Girl? Why are you guys just saying that in chat? I don't even know where that originated from. Jivers just said it, and now Nate's just saying it, and I have no idea what started it. Oh my gosh. Oh, you sent me a screenshot? Oh gosh, was it like a deleted message or something that somebody said? Let me see. Oh my gosh. They auto-corrected my name from, like, instead of Scarecrow, it said screw, comma, girl. Instead of Scarecrow. Dude, that is one of the funniest typos I've ever seen. That's gonna go down in history. We've seen Flinter get called Finder and Printer and Flopper. Now we've got Scarecrow getting called Screw Girl. Oh my gosh, that's too good. That is a 10 out of 10 moment. That's beautiful. That's the best typo I've seen from, like, my name. That's incredible. That is so freaking funny. 5. Guys, we haven't got a single diamond today. Are we close to a great one? This is my biggest dry streak. That guy's probably not going to make it because he's got the incorrect rack. I think that rack only makes it like 5% of the time. Knowing my luck, this will be the one time it does make it. But I wonder if we're getting close to a great one. We're almost at 1,000 kills. We're like 160 away from hitting 1,000. I guess it's possible we got a great one trying to cook up in the kitchen. Did I screw him up? I may have. True, Jebba. True. Now, if they get your name wrong, it still makes sense, actually. It really does, High Riser. It's got to be like the funniest typo I've seen of like any of the content creator names in Call of the Wild, though. Like, oh my gosh. I'm going to have to tell Flinter that one. I'm going to have to tell Flinter that one. No, Bryson, we use herd management. It's a method where essentially you just kill the big ones, you leave the small ones. You get your map stacked up so much with small ones that the game tries to make up for it by spawning a bunch of large animals as the remaining ones. For example, if you have like, let's say there's 100 male mule deer and you keep shooting them until 80 of your male mule deer are level 2s, then the remaining 20 are going to respawn as level 5s a whole lot more often, and great ones as well. Because I do strongly believe that herd management increases the spawn rate of great ones. Or at least, you know, gets you short grinds more often, to sum it up a little bit. I guess in an easier to understand way. Because you'll still get long grinds, but it's going to be less often if you're herd managing for the majority of people, if you're doing it properly at least. How long does it take to get good HM? It can depend. The thing about HM is a lot of it comes down to luck. You gotta hope that you get those respawns to spawn in low. You want to get those small males to spawn in, but sometimes they get kind of stubborn. So depending on whether or not you get good luck with those twos spawning quickly, you could be doing it for 500 kills. It could take 500 kills to manage your map, or it could take like 2,000 or 3,000 depending on how your luck is. And also how big the population of animals is on the map that you chose and the species you chose. For example, you'd probably spend 2 to 3 times as long managing mule deer on Parque Fernando than on a ski ridge. Because Parque Fernando has like well over 200 bucks. Like a crazy, ridiculous amount of deer. Whereas a ski has like, I think less than 100 or less, something like that. So there's a lot of variables with how long it's going to take for HM to get finished. I think for this grind in particular, it took us about 800 kills to get moderate HM. And then it took us probably 1,500 to get it to like a really good state where I was super happy with it and we were just popping stuff left and right. There's a lot of factors that go into it. Definitely, Kyle. Nah, Scarecrow actually has a deal with the devs that he spawns more great ones than everyone else so that he can be cooler than us. It's totally not that he hasn't seen the sun in 5 months. It's just a secret deal. Yeah, I definitely have touched grass, I promise. Yeah, I get outside. I don't spend all my life playing this game. I promise. I promise I don't play this game 5 months straight and never see the light of day. What does this make iBuy? Believe it or not, both me and iBuy spend about the same amount of time on and off content. He does longer streams at a time, but I think I do content more often because of the daily, not daily, but almost daily videos. The difference is he's got like I think he has a full-time job too, right? Doesn't he still have a full-time job? I mean, we both got kids. We both make content as like a source of income and stuff, and we both enjoy the crap out of it and love grinding. Yes, Case, and I have. We haven't got a single diamond today, though, so... Haven't been able to add any diamonds to the counter today, unfortunately. We're on a big dry streak. Yeah, it's not skill. He knows what a tree in the outside looks like. Exactly! I've seen a tree. They're those, like, plastic things that you put in your living room during Christmas, right? What showed what, Jivers? Wait, am I tripping? Am I tripping? iBuy's full-time streaming now. Got you. Okay. I know for a while he was doing like he had a full-time job plus he was doing basically another full-time job worth of streaming. He was doing a crazy amount of stuff. Plus like he has a family too. Like he was swamped, dude. He was like constantly working. Crazy. That man has a crazy work ethic. I mean, I can't even imagine having like a full-time job plus doing streaming, you know, for like 6 hours a day like he used to, and having, what was it? He's got like 3 or 4 kids. I mean, I've got 1 kid and I do like between 5 and 8 hours of like work on the channel a day, whether it's streaming, recording, editing, uploading, etc. And then, you know, I still spend like a few hours off stream, like hanging out outside or down in the living room with my family. And like, I feel like I'm swamped all the time. I couldn't imagine trying to do what he used to do. Like, my Lord, that is insane. Lurking moderator? No, that's not a lurking moderator. Been here all stream pretty much, Jivers and Jebba. Or is there another lurking moderator? No. No. Just in case they are trying to lurk and not be known in chat. It's been like 30 minutes since I saw a message from them, but we're talking. So technically not lurking moderator. People know they're there. Oh, smoked. Absolutely smoked. You got destroyed. The most destroyed. You're not even a deer anymore. You're just some fur and some red goop. Yeah, it gets busy, Kyle. It gets busy. It definitely gets super busy. Tony, thank you for the super chat again. Appreciate it. They should make a new perk to reduce sleep costs. That would actually be sick. That would actually be super awesome. Because, like, people have been asking for them to increase the level count and allow you to get more perk points and skill points. But they've always said on live streams that they don't want to because, like, they want it to be a balance where you can't have every single perk and skill. But if they add more skills, they could increase the level cap and they could allow you to get more skill and perk points. I think that'd be really cool. Like, could you imagine if they did an update where they increased the level cap to 100 and then they added in like 10 new perks and 10 new skills? That'd be so cool. It doesn't even have to be overpowered stuff. It could be just like you said, like a 25% cheaper time resets. It could just be something as simple as that, and that would be very useful for a lot of people. A level 2. Okay, that's a good sign. We spawned in some small males, maybe a great ones on the map. Anytime I see 2s, I'm like, man, is something big trying to spawn? Is something big on the map? Because it's been like 100 kills since I got my last diamond. Approximately. And we're seeing 2s pop up. We're seeing small 3s. Yeah, for real, Caitlin. Oh my gosh, that would actually be insane. Like, imagine a skill or perk that's like increased tent limit by, or increased structure limit in general. Like, it could be, oh my gosh, actually, no, that would be separate. I think that could be separate skills or perks. Like, one for stands and blinds, and then one for tents. And maybe like increase count by 15%, giving you like 2 more tent slots or something. That'd be really cool, man. That'd be so cool. Oh my gosh. Thank you for the super chat, #1 Squirrel Girl fan. So what you think? The name is absolutely genius. It's fantastic. It's fantastic. Kill count 840. Approaching 1K. We're getting up there, man. Ooh, nice, Caden. Love to see it. Yet he still won't look at group chat. Well, I don't check Discord regularly when I'm streaming. I only checked it earlier because you guys told me to check it for the context of the whole, like, screw girl joke. There's more context? Oh gosh, there's more context? How could there possibly be more context? Alright, well, let me see. Okay, yeah, I see Jenna sent me the same one as you and Jivers as well. Viewers in the chat are discussing it. So the AI chat summary says viewers in the chat are discussing hunting strategies, particularly for red deer and mule deer, and sharing their recent in-game accomplishments, such as a diamond and albino animals. Some viewers are also mentioning a streamer named Screwgirl and joking about their lack of outdoor experience. Wow! Bro, what is YouTube on? What is YouTube doing to me? YouTube being YouTube, bruh. That's crazy. That's crazy. YouTube out here doing me dirty. Oh my gosh. That must be because around the same time that we were talking about that typo, we were also talking about touching grass. Oh gosh. That's so freaking funny. Alrighty, you've got a little feller right there. Oh, another little feller. Some small males. No, Kyle. You can do what you want, dude. Apparently, Liam. Apparently. Oh, man. That's so funny. It always cracks me up, some of the, like, typos that a lot of us Call the Wild creators get. I think Flinter definitely gets the most of them. Because I don't think Flinter was a word before he created the name Flinter for his channel. And so it always gets autocorrected to a million different things. But I mean, we've had some interesting autocorrects here for my name as well. I think Space Cow is still my favorite. Screwgirl's kind of hilarious. That one's a close one to being the best. But I still think Space Cow is my favorite one. That's got to be the funniest. Like, and that was a really, like, long time ago typo. Like, beginning days of the channel. Somebody, like, went to type Scarecrow and it typed Space Cow instead. Five, six. Okay. So, this is the only guy here again. Where's Buddy going? We usually get 2 here. I don't know if I've ever seen that one, Jeb. I don't know if I've been called that before or not. Space Cow on top. That's what I'm saying. Space Cow is a beautiful, beautiful name. I am the Space Cow. I come from the planet Mars. I am here to decimate the population of mule deer. Where's number 3? No number 3. That day. Was hoping there'd be another to shoot, man. Mule deer or fallow, Dylan? No need to spam, though, man. Ah, I passed it. It was right there. Scarecrow. I've had a few people call me that before. I have seen Scarecrow a few times. I wish I didn't backspace my Scarecrow autocorrect. Scare-rot? Wait, there's no way it said scare-rot. That's crazy. That's crazy if it said scare-rot. Yo, Supergirl, I just hit 1,000 kills on my Mule grind. Oh gosh, now you guys are just gonna be calling me random stuff on purpose. I see it. It's gonna be happening. I've been called Supergirl, Scare-rot, Screw Girl, a bunch of stuff today. Giga Crow. See, I like that one. That's a good one. Scare Clown. Okay, Silas. Okay. I see how it is. I used to train wreck. Back when I was a kid, I used to. Do we got anything right here? No, I don't see nothing but deer. Had to make it rhyme. Actually, I do see something. Right here. Also, guys, you saw the video today. We finally did it! After 7 years, we finally got a diamond musk deer. Finally! I had like 2 hours of absolutely nothing that I recorded before that, but we finally had something show up in that video, and oh my gosh, it was worth it. That was like one of the most boring 2-hour recordings I've ever done, but it ended off really incredibly. I'm super happy we at least got something I needed, because my gosh, the servers were so dead on Medved. They were so dead. And then I ran into that one that was hacked, and I was like, oh gosh, now I gotta leave this one. Then I ran into another server that was pretty dead. Then I ran into the server that I found my diamond musk deer in. When I joined it, it was at a different time, though. I hunted around, didn't find anything. So I left my desk for like 20 minutes to go downstairs and get some food. And I came back up, and it had just reached musk deer time. So I was like, okay, let's go check the musk deer. And boom, that beautiful trophy was there. Love to see it. Phantom, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it, dude. What grind should I do next? Red deer or mule deer? By the way, thanks for always answering my questions. Appreciate you being here, dude. I try my best. I would recommend mule deer out of those two. Mule deer is a ton of fun. It's so enjoyable. How many zones does a fallow deer grind need? I think I have like 37 on mine, but you can have up to like 50, I think. I'd say the average I've seen from people is 37 to 45. Obviously, if you're herd managing, you're going to be shooting solo, so you're going to be losing and then regaining zones as they move around. So I wouldn't even worry too much about counting your zones until you're done managing the solos. If you're herd managing. If not, then it doesn't matter. Pro Scarer. Oh, yeah. Wait, what happened, Johnny? What happened to Pro's voice? Did I miss something? I haven't really watched any Call of the Wild content in the last month, so I'm not up to speed with what's going on with other people. He posted it in his Discord? Okay, let me check it. Oh no. That sucks, man. Man, I hope Pro gets better, man. That's really unfortunate. Okay, so for those of you that are wanting to know what's going on, apparently ProXCK has not been uploading content much in the last few months because he's got an incurable condition that is often regarded as the ultimate voice killer called mixed spasmodic dysphonia. He said it's been affecting him since the beginning of the year, slowly evolving into something that seriously menaces the future of his channel, especially if the treatment continues to be almost ineffective. Dude, that's so sad. Man, that really sucks. I hope he figures everything out and they can like get it under control so he can keep doing his content. That's so unfortunate, man. That's so unfortunate. Because ProXCK is one of the best guide content creators there is for Call of the Wild. His guides are some of the best you could possibly watch. It's going to really suck if he's not able to make his content anymore. Because he has a real knack for making amazing content. That sucks, man. I hope he ends up getting through it and is able to still keep doing what he loves to do. That's very unfortunate. Anyway, guys, we're probably going to end the stream because it is starting to get really toasty in here, even with the AC on. That 100-degree weather is hitting, and not in a good way. So I'm going to see you guys later. But I appreciate you guys joining me for the stream. This was a very fun one. I may end up joining Nate later if he does a stream. I think he said he might be streaming later, so I might be chatting with him. So be sure to go check out Big Rig if you haven't, because I might be hanging out later. We'll see. But until next time, I'll see you guys later. Subscribe if you're new. Follow the Twitch. Leave a like before you go on YouTube. See you guys later. Oh, Jebba with the 5 gifted. Thank you for the 5 gifteds, Jebba. Congrats to Jay, Edward, Distracted Vet, Alan, and Concord. Congrats, guys. Thank you so much, Jebba. Great way to end the stream. Appreciate you, man. I'll see y'all later. Peace, peace.